Hello students, welcome back to Midhaguru. So today we are going to discuss a super amazing chapter of sets. This chapter will not only help you in your junior classes but also in your higher classes. So pay attention and start our lecture. The topics that we are dealing today are sets, what is set, when an object can be called set or when it cannot be called a set, these we will understand. Then representation of a set, how a set is represented. It is of two types. First is set builder form and another is roster form. We will be dealing both of these types one by one. Then types of sets, how many types of sets are there, right? Then cardinal number of a set, what is a cardinal number of a set, how the elements inside the set can be calculated, these we are going to deal with. Then subset, what is a subset, how we calculate the total number of subsets inside a set. And last is operations on set, how do we operate the different sets. Okay, so let's start the class. First is set. What is set? Set is a well-defined collection of objects. Set is what? A well-defined collection of objects. What does that mean? That if you have these, look at these. These are stationary objects, right? These are stationary objects. Scissor, color pencil, then glue stick, then paper. These are stationary objects and it is well-defined. Right, well defined. How it is well defined? Well defined means these are of similar types. Right, so these are called sets. If anything is not well defined, like for example, if anything is not well defined, for example, just say that you have total number of intelligent students in your class. So intelligence is different for different type of people. The concept of intelligence is different for some, for one people and different for another people. So this cannot be called as set, like set of intelligent people in your class. So is this a set? No, this cannot be called a set because the concept of intelligence is different for different type of people. So this cannot be called set. Well defined collection, it should be well defined. Set is a collection of well defined objects. Okay, so collection of, just for example, collection of odd natural number less than 20. Collection of odd natural number less than 20. What does that mean? Odd natural numbers less than 20. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19. This is what we call set and it is well defined, right? It is well defined. Despite of these, no other numbers can be added in this set. So this is well defined. Then collection of all the months of the year. Collection of all the months of the year means it is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Only 12 elements are present. Okay. Now the object which belong to the set is called member or element of the set. Like these, all these numbers are known as element of that set. Element of the set, right? The objects that are present inside the set is known as element or member of that set. For example, this is a collection of stationary objects and it is well defined. So it is set. And how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 elements. In this example also it is a collection of fruits, right? Collection of different types of fruits and it has also 1, 2, 3 and 4 elements. So these are some examples of set. Now let's move forward. So we have to determine whether these are the examples of set or not. Determine whether the following is an example of set or not. We have to tell that. collection of hard working students in your class. Is this an example of set? Collection of all the hard working students in your class. Can you decide who is hard working or who is not? On the basis of marks, can we say that yes, this person or this child is hard working or this student is not hard working? No, it is not well defined, right? It is not well defined. The concept of hard working is different for different type of people. So it is not a set, right? Because it is not well defined. Now collection of 5 months of the year. Any 5 months of the year can be taken here. Like if we take January, February, March, April, May. This is also included in this example. This can also be included, right? Collection of 5 months. These 5 months can be taken. Or another 5 months. Let us take September, October, November, December, January. So this can also be taken. So is this well defined? Is this an example of well defined collection? No, this is not the example of well defined, because for different person this can be different. So this is also not a set. Not a set. Right? Then collection of all the rivers of the India. Yes, the rivers of the India. It has certain number of rivers only. In India, there are certain number of rivers only. So, all the rivers. Collection of all the rivers. So, is it well defined? Yes, it is well defined. Right? It is well defined. How it is well defined? It is well defined because it is the collection of all the rivers of the India. India has only certain number of rivers. If we combine all the rivers in a single set, then it can be calculated, right? So it is well defined. So this is an example of set, although it should be little large, but this is a set. Okay, next is collection of all the planets of the sun. Obviously all the planets of the sun, there are only 8 planets in the solar system. So all the planets around the sun or of the solar system. This should be solar system. So all the planets of the solar system is what? Mercury. This one is 4th. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So these are the only planets in the solar system. So this can be included in a set, right? So this is an example of set. Okay, clear? Now 2-3 points is important. First is that set should always be written in curly braces, right? Like this. The elements of the set should be always written in curly braces, not set, elements of the set. Elements of the set should always be written inside the curly braces. Now second is the elements are separated using comma. Like if there is an element A, B, C, D. So the elements are separated by using comma. Okay. Third thing that is important is the set is represented by some capital letter like A, B, X, Y, anything. Okay, the sets are always represented in capital letters and the elements inside the set, can be written in small letters. Right. So these are some of the important points regarding set. Set is the collection of all the well-defined objects, and some of the examples of set are collection of all the rivers of India, collection of all the planets of the sun, collection of the months which have 31 days in a year. So these are some of the examples of set. Okay, I hope this is clear. Next is notation. How a set can be noted. This sets are generally denoted by capital letters. As I have already told you, sets are denoted by using capital letters like A, B, C, D, anything, and the elements are generally denoted by small letters. And the elements inside the set, let us say this is a set A which have elements small a, B, C, D, E. So this is how a set is denoted. Okay. For example, let us take an example. Set of natural number less than 5. So we have to form a set of natural number which are less than 5. Let us take the set A, and inside the curly braces we are writing it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is the example of set of natural number which is less than 5. Let us take another example. Set of vowels of English alphabet. Right, set of vowels of English alphabet. So let us take it as X. So X should be in capital and vowels inside be A, E, I, O and U. So these are the elements inside the set. Okay, clear? So the next topic is representation of set. How sets are represented. So sets can be represented in two different ways. First is roster form, which is also known as tabular form. And second is set builder form. So in roster form, the sets can be represented in curly braces and the elements are separated by using commas. For example, let's take an example. Set of even natural number less than 10. Okay, set of even natural number less than 10. So this can be so to represent this in roster form, we will write, let us consider the set A of even natural number less than 10. So it is 2, 4, 6 and 8. So this is the representation of set in roster form. Okay, and in set builder form, what is happening? We take a variable and a property which satisfies the given condition. Like set of even natural number, taking this example only in set builder form, let's try to answer it. So set of even natural number less than 20. So let us take a set A, a variable X. This sign represents such that, or either this represents such that, the colon sign, or this pipe sign represent such that. Okay, so X such that X is even natural number and X is less than 10. So this is how we can represent any set in set builder form. It can also be represented by represent like this. X says that X belongs to 2n and X is less than 10. Right, where n is, we have to specify this, n is natural number. Okay, clear? So this is how in roster form and in set builder form the set can be represented. So let's move forward. We have to remember some points. We have to look after some points while writing the set. First is the order of listing the elements in a set can be changed. For example, let's understand this by with the help of an example. Let us say a set consists 5, 3 and 9. Okay, so it can also be written as 3, 5 or 9, or 9, 3 or 5. All these three sets are equal. The order can be changed, right? But the elements should be same. The order can be changed, but the elements should be same. So it does not affect the set. Now second is, if one or more elements in a set are repeated, the set remains the same. If one or more elements in a set are repeated. For example, let's understand this with the help of example again. Let us take a set which has 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 9, 9. Okay, so these are the elements inside the set. So we can also write it like this: 1, 5 and 9, because it has only 3 different elements, right? So same elements can be neglected, and the set ultimately written is of different elements only. Okay, next is, each element of the set is listed one and only once repetitions are removed. Like as I have told you in this example, repetitions are removed and each element is listed only one time. For example, set of the letters in the word remember. So this, we have to find the set of the letters in the word remember. Okay, so let us take the set X. So its elements include R, E, M. We cannot write E again because E is already written. Then we cannot, we can write B, and E and R can be neglected because it is already written. So the set of the letters of the word remember is R, E, M and B, and repetitions are removed, right? Next is, if the number of elements in a set is very large. If there is any set whose elements is very large, then how can we write that set? For example, let's take an example. Set of whole number less than 500. Okay, so it includes all the numbers. Let us take the set W, and it includes all the numbers from 0 to 500, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to 500. So these type of sets can be written by using 1 to 3 elements, 3 to 4 elements, and then 3 dots and the last number if exist, like this. So a set can also be written like this. Okay, I hope these all the 4 points are clear to you. Now let's move to the next slide. Next is set builder form. How can we represent any set in a set builder form? Set builder form, as I've already told you, that it is written by using a variable that represents any member of the set, any variable, let us say X, that represents the any member of the set that is given, and followed by a property satisfied by each element of the set and enclosed in curly braces. Obviously curly braces are important in set. So for example, let us understand this with the help of an example. The set A of whole number less than 10. We have to write a set A in set builder form, whole number less than 10. So first try to write it in roster form. Okay, so set of whole number less than 10. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These are the elements that are included in this set. Okay, this is of roster form. This is not set builder form, this is roster form. We have to write it in set builder form. So in set builder form, we have to choose any one element in variable form. Let us say X, such that X is a whole number property and X is less than 10. So this is how we write a set in set builder form. Okay, so x such that this sign is of such that x is a whole number. This is the condition that is given in the set, and x is less than 10. This is the property that satisfies each of the elements of this set. Okay, next is p is 2 4 6 8 up to 18. We have to write it in set builder form. Let's write p is equals to x such that x belongs to n and x is less than 20. X belongs to twice of n, because here each number is even, right? This is natural number, right? But all the numbers are even. So we write, let's write it little clear. So we write x such that x belongs to twice of n, where n is a natural number and x is less than 20. X should be less than 20 because it ends at 18 only, right? So this is how we can write any set in set builder form. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope you understood how do we write any set in roster form and how do we write any set in set builder form. Now let's do some of the questions to clear this concept more. First is we have to represent these sets in roster form also and in set builder form also. So first is the set of odd prime numbers less than 25. First we have to understand how many numbers, first we have to determine how many numbers, prime numbers, which are less than 25. So let's write in roster form. Let us take the set as P and prime number less than 25. So prime number starts from 2, 3, 5, 7, not 9, not 10, 11, 13, not 15, 16 and 17, 18 and 19, 21 is also not, 22 is not, 23. So these are all the elements inside the set, right? All these are prime numbers which are less than 25. Okay, so this is how roster form can be written. This is how we represent the set in roster form. Now in set builder form, if we write this in set builder form, so it is P x such that x belongs to prime number. This sign is belongs to, right? This sign is, wait, this sign is belongs to, and this sign is not belongs to. Okay, so x such that x belongs to prime number and x is less than 25. So this is how this set in set builder form can be written, and this is how it is written in roster form. Okay, clear this? Clear? Now next question is the set of factors of 24. We have to find the set of factors of 24. Let's try to find the elements first. So in roster form it is written as factors of 24. What are the different factors of 24? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5, 6, not 7, 8, 9 is not there, 10 is also not there, 11 is also not there, and 12. So these are the factors of 24 and it is written in roster form. Right. Now let's write it in set builder form. Not, let's take it some other set, not P. Let's take it M. Okay. Now writing it in set builder form, we can write M such x such that x is a factor of 24. That's it. Clear? X such that x is a factor of 24. That's it. This is how we can write it in set builder form. Now next is set of natural number less than or equal to 6. Set of natural number less than or equal to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the elements that are included in this, and in roster form it is written, in set builder form it is written as n x such that x such that x belongs to n and x is less than equal to 6. So this is how we can write this set of natural number less than or equal to 6 in set builder form and in roster form. Now last one is the set of the letters of the word fundamentals. We have to write, let's consider this set as F. So set of all the letters of the word fundamentals. So there is F, U, N, D, A, M, E. N is already written, so we'll not write E. T, now T, A is already written, L and S. So these are the letters, set of letters of the word fundamental in roster form. Now in set builder form it is written as X such that X is the letter of fundamentals. Okay, this is how we can write it in set builder form, and this is how we can write it in roster form. So I hope all these things are clear to you. Now let's move to the next slide. So let's deal with each and every type of set one by one. Okay, let's start. First is finite set. What is finite set? If in any set the number of elements can be calculated, then it is finite set. For example, let us take an example, a set A of vowels of English alphabet. So what does it include? It include A, E, I, O and U. So the number of elements in this set is 5. So 5 is finite number. We can calculate it. So it is an example of finite set. Let's take another example, B. Okay, a set X such that X belongs to W and X is less than 7. Okay, now writing the elements of this set, we can write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Right, so we can calculate these digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So number of elements inside this set is 7. So it is also an example of finite set. Let's take one more example, C, population of India. Population of India. So is this an example of finite set? Yes, obviously, although it is very large, but it can be calculated, right? So it is also an example of finite set. So finite set are those set whose elements can be calculated. That's it. Okay. Now next is infinite set. What is infinite set? Infinite set are those sets whose elements cannot be calculated. Right. For example, let's take an example. A set n of set of natural numbers. So if we write the set of natural numbers, we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity, right? Natural numbers are up to infinity. So this cannot be calculated. The elements inside this set cannot be calculated. So it is an example of infinite set. Another example is set of whole numbers. Whole numbers, right? So if we write the set of whole numbers here, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is up to infinity. So it is also cannot be calculated. It cannot be calculated. So it is also an example of infinite set, right? Let's take one more example. Set of even integers. Set of even integers include how many elements? This side also so many elements, -2, 0, then 2, 4, 6, 8, here -4, -6, and this side also and this side also. So both sides the numbers are up to infinity. So it is also an example of what? Infinite set. Okay, clear? Infinite set. Now next is singleton set. As the name suggests, right, singleton set, it means it has only one element. Inside the set there is only one element, then the set is known as singleton set. For example, set of whole number less than 1. So if we write the set of whole number less than 1, we only find one element, that is 0. Only one element can be found, that is 0. So it is an example of singleton set. So let us take one more example, B. Okay, so set of city that is capital of India. So the capital of India is only one city, that is Delhi. So it is also an example of singleton set. Okay, let's take one more example, C. X such that 3x minus 1 is equals to 8. We have to find the elements of this set. So 3x minus 1 is equals to 8 means 3x minus 1 is equals to 8. So 3x is equals to 8 plus 1, that is 9. So x is equals to 9 upon 3. So x is equals to 3. So inside this set also there is only one element, that is 3. So if there is only one element inside the set, then that set is known as singleton set. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now next is empty set. Empty set means no elements inside the set. If there is no element inside the set, then that is empty set. For example, let's take a set P, students in your class who have 2 horns and 1 tail. So is there any student in your class who have 2 horns and 1 tail? No, not possible, right? So this is an example of empty set. So empty set can be represented by using curly braces without writing any element inside it, or just by writing 5. Number of elements inside the empty set is 0, so it is 5. Okay, this is 5. Okay, let's take one more example. Set of whole numbers less than 0. So is there any whole number less than 0? No, there is not any whole number. There is no whole number less than 0. So it is also an example of empty set. So I hope this is clear to you. Empty set are those sets in which there is no elements inside the set. Okay, singleton set are those sets which have only one element inside the set. Infinite set are those sets which have infinite numbers of elements inside the set and that cannot be calculated. And finite set are those sets which have finite number of elements inside the set and that can be calculated. Right. Now next type of set is universal set. Universal set is what? let's understand this with the help of an example. If this is a system, any system, and this is whole number, no, not whole number. If this is a system and there is a set of numbers like 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 10 and 12, right? These are the numbers of some set, and this set is natural number set. Natural number set. So this whole rectangular box is known as universal set. So universal set are those set that contains all the elements under consideration. If we take the elements of natural number under consideration of this set, then natural number is a universal set. Okay, and it depends upon problem to problem. Like universal set can be different for different types of problems. Okay, so let's understand this with the help of one example. Let us take V, set of vowels of English alphabet. Okay, set of the vowels of English alphabet. So set is like A, E, I, O and U, and universal set of this can be all the letters of the English alphabet, that is A, B, C, D up to Z, right? So universal set can be this, and the set of vowel is this. Okay, so universal set is that set which take all the elements under consideration of the given problem. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. So the next topic is cardinal number of a set. What is cardinal number? Cardinal number is the total number of elements. How many elements are present in the set is the cardinal number of the set. But it should be finite. The set should be finite. If the set is infinite, then cardinal number cannot be recognized. Okay, for example, let us take an example of natural number, set of natural number. Set of natural number. So this is an infinite set, right? The elements inside this is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So this is an infinite set. So can we count the number of elements inside this set? No. So cardinal number of an infinite set can not be calculated or cannot be determined. Cardinal number of an infinite set cannot be determined. Now let's take some examples to understand the cardinal number of any set. Let us take a set A, or set of all the letters of English alphabet. So what is the cardinal number for this? Cardinal number for this is 26, because there are 26 alphabets in the 26 letters in English alphabet. So cardinal number is 26, or we can write it as like this: n of A is 26, where n of A is the cardinal number. Cardinal number. Okay, n of A is cardinal number. Let's take one more example. B, set of even natural number less than 12. Okay, set of even natural number less than 12. So cardinal number for this is, what are the elements inside this set? 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So cardinal number for this, n of B, this is n of B. So n of B is 5 over here. So cardinal number is the total number of elements inside the set. If total number of elements is 5, cardinal number is 5. So total number of elements is just the cardinal number of the set. Some of the points we have to remember in this is, first is, as I have told you, cardinal number of an infinite set cannot be determined. Okay, next is cardinal number of singleton set is, what is the cardinal number of singleton set? Cardinal number of singleton set is 1, because number of elements in singleton set is 1. So cardinal number of singleton set is 0, and cardinal number of empty set is, cardinal number of empty set is 0, because no elements are present inside the empty set. So it can also be written as n of phi is equals to 0. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, next is equal sets. When the two sets are said to be equal, if the number of elements present inside the set is equal, then the set can be called equal. But not only the number of elements, the sets are called equal sets if they have same elements. If both the sets, if you are taking two sets and both the sets have same elements, then the sets are said to be equal. So two things should be there: same elements and also number of elements. If two sets having same elements and same number of elements, then the set are said to be equal. For example, let's take this. A set A is given -3, -2, 1, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and set of B is given x such that x belongs to I, where I is integer, and x square is less than 10. X square is less than 10. So the elements over here is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, because square of all these numbers are less than 10. So both these sets have equal number of elements also and same elements also. So these two sets are known as equal set. Okay, one more example is given. X such that x is a vowel in the word palm olive. Okay, let's write the elements. P, vowel, only vowel, right, only vowel. So A, then O, then I and E. These are the elements of this set: A, O, I and V. These are the only 4 vowels in this set. And next is B, set the vowel in the word temptation. Let's write the elements over here. E, next is A, I and O. So the order of the elements doesn't matter, right? We have already studied this. The order of the elements doesn't matter. E, A, I, O, E, A, I, O. Both these elements have same number of elements. Both these sets have same number of elements and equal number of elements. So these sets are also known as equal sets. Okay, understood what is equal set? Equal set are those sets in which the number of element is also equal and same element will also be present there. Same elements भी होने चाहिए और number of elements should also be equal. Next is equivalent set. What is equivalent set? Equivalent set is just number of elements should be equal, right? Two finite sets are called equivalent set if they have same number of elements. अगर उनका number of elements equal है, if they have same number of elements, then the sets are said to be equivalent sets. For example, two finite sets, no. So it can also be written as NA equal to NB. If A is equivalent to B, this is the sign of equivalence. Okay. So if A is equivalent to B, then number of elements in A is equal to number of elements in B. And this number of element is also known as what? Cardinal number. Cardinal number. So cardinal number of A should be equal to cardinal number of B. Then the sets are said to be equivalent set, and these two sets are represented by this. A is equivalent to B. Set A is equivalent to set B. Okay, now let's understand this with the help of one example. If A is A, E, I, O, U and B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So are these sets are equivalent? In set A, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 elements. In first set, in set A, there are 5 elements, and in set B also there are 5 elements. So A is equivalent to B, and number of A is equals to 5 and is equals to number of elements in B. Okay. Next is, if A is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and B is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So number of elements in A, in the second example, number of elements in A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And number of elements in B is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So number of elements in both these sets are equal, which is 7. So A is equivalent to B. I hope this is clear to you what is equal set and what is equivalent set. Equal sets are those sets which have same number of elements and same elements also. The elements inside the set should also be same. But in equivalent sets, there is only number of elements should be same. So this is it for today, students. In the next video, we will be dealing with the remaining topics. So stay tuned and subscribe Midha Guru.